Oh,
Hello!
wow. Welcome.
Hi! Kumusta? Thank you so much, Queen Paula.
My pleasure, really.
Thank you for your time, 'di ba? Sa pag-accept ng request ko.
Of course. Sorry I
Oo.
haven't checked it earlier and I haven't like really followed up pero these
Oo.
last weeks have been insane.
Yes.
So
Oo
yun.
nga eh. I
Mm-mm.
do understand naman. I understand naman.
It's okay.
Tama ka. Hi, hello, Pageant Angels! Welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Rafi, and for today's vlog, ang aking guest for today is none other than Miss Universe Philippines 2020, Miss Albay, Paula Ortega, one of my favorite queens to win the crown. Yes!
Oh, thank
Buenas
you.
tardes! Buenas
Buenas
tardes!
tardes.
Marhay na
Thank you so much,
hapon!
Marahay na
Yes.
hapon. Wow, you did your homework.
Of course, you're my favorite, and I'm so
Oh,
excited
thank
for
you,
this
Ra.
conversation. Yes, I'm so happy.
Thank you, really. I'm also very excited and I'm very glad that you reached out to me and giving me
Mm,
this chance to talk to you and
of course.
expose out myself out there. So, hello everyone. Madahay na daw sa Indogabos. My name is Paula Madarieta Ortega, and I'm proudly representing my mom's province, Albay.
Albay!
And thank you so much for your support, your followings, and to all my new followers here in your platform, Rap. I hope
Yes,
that I can reach out to you.
of course. I just want to know, how are you today? Kumusta ka ngayon?
I'm very glad that you're asking me this question
Mm,
because I've realized how important those three words can
correct.
do in someone who is going through a lot. As
Mm,
for me, I am blessed enough and privileged enough to be okay. I am definitely it has been very stressful these last weeks because we have done so many activities like
hectic
last minute
schedule.
and still ongoing actually, but at the same time it's always good to have a challenge, right? It's
Mm,
if everything was easy, life wouldn't be exciting. So yeah,
correct.
I always welcome challenges, and even though I stress out a lot and my sister knows that,
Yes.
um, yeah, I'm privileged enough to have a place to be. I have food. I have family that loves me and it's healthy. So I cannot ask for anything else.
And you guys, super supportive talaga. Hi, Gabriela! Super supportive.
Hi,
Si
Abby.
Chester.
She's my
Oo.
mentor. She's yeah. Mm-mm.
At saka isa ko din siyang talagang pinag-ano ko siya talaga, pinaglaban ko din siya noong Binibining Pilipinas 2017 and
Yeah,
Miss
she
World
did so well.
Philippines.
She did
Oo,
so well. Mm-mm.
talaga. So yun, for those na hindi nakakilala kay Paula Ortega, for those who don't know Paula Ortega, who is Paula Ortega? Sino nga ba si Paula Ortega?
Well, I am a Filipina under my mom who's Bicolana, representing Albay, that's why, and my dad is Ilocano. But funny
Hmm.
enough, I was raised in Spain, Barcelona. That is where I got my degree as a nurse and I'm a lab technician. But I decided to pursue my dream to become a beauty queen thanks to my sister's mentoring. And here I am trying my best here. And I decided to join beauty pageants because I've realized and I've seen how much can you do with them and how much can you reach out to people. And as a
Correct.
nurse, that is really something that I really want to do. I really want to reach out to everybody and to help. To help, that is my main purpose in life, definitely. So yeah.
So that's why you have like an accent, cute accent, like Spanish, di
Yeah,
ba? The way you speak in
I
English.
know. You know, funny enough, actually, I never realized that I had such a strong accent until I got here and I moved here finally. Everyone asked me about it, like, you have a very different accent. Where are you from? And
Oo.
I'm Filipina, okay?
Yes, pure Filipina. Correct.
Yes, I am.
Mm, correct. Because the way you talk, it sounds like you're like Latina speaking English.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and in
actually, I
different
really
countries.
got that compliment. And to be honest, when I first got those adjectives like Latina, are you Mexican? Are you from
Yes.
South America? I was a bit startled. Like I did not expect that those kind of comments to me, but now I really embrace it. I think because I also realized Filipinos really value and admire
Correct.
Latina. So I don't really mind at all now called the Filipina Latina.
Correct, correct. And I use that as an edge, as a power, It's an
Definitely,
edge.
yeah.
Yes. You're
Mm-hmm.
fluent in Spanish.
Definitely, yeah.
Correct, correct. So we
Yeah.
have 20 major questions, and we have 7 questions from your fans, and we have 3 final questions, so total of 30 questions. It's like Q&A, more
Okay.
than Q&A. Yes.
Okay.
I like that. You know what? I really love your personality. From the start, I
Thank
saw you the
you.
red carpet, and I like your aura. The
Thank you.
hairstyle. It's like very
Yeah.
expensive and stunning. Your look in the red carpet in hotel, Manila Hotel, the first
Yeah,
appearance.
definitely.
Yes, I like the
Basically,
aura.
out there, the press presentation, I really felt like a queen that day. My
Correct. I
makeup
like the
was on
aura.
point, my hair was on point, my outfit from Rene Salud was amazing. So I just had the most, and then I had a minute out there in the runway, super beautiful venue.
Correct.
So I just said to myself, let's have my time of my life. And I
Correct.
think I really showcased that, and I really got really nice feedback because I was just
Mm,
having fun. And I think beauty pageants should be about that, to
mm.
really develop your personality and to have fun. And
Confident,
it's
yes.
it's confidence, yeah, confidence,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I want to see that on finals night. Your
You
look.
will definitely see it.
Like that. I'm so excited. So let's start for
Me
your
too.
yes. Let's start for your first questions. This
Okay.
okay. First question is, what are your preparations in competing Miss Universe Philippines 2020?
So definitely, my preparations have been consistent in matters of Q&A.
Hmm.
Q&A it was one of my lacking skills, to say in the way. So I really strengthened it during the pandemic. I was blessed enough that my training camp really did a weekly class for 3 hours. But it was a really great help for me. And then this last month, I was able to, since it's GCQ, you can go out there obviously with precautionary measures, and I was
Hmm.
able to train with, again, with my camp, also with
Hmm.
my sister. And also I have my gowns
Of
already, so
course.
I really got to practice with
Hmm.
them. And yeah, and it has been practice these last months, and I really have certainly a lot of bruises, but
Hmm.
it's all for
Yeah.
giving the best out there.
Yeah. And because at the end it will pay off, right? Or all the
Yeah,
hard work.
definitely.
Yeah. Just just do your best. Correct. For
Thank
next
you. I
question.
definitely will.
Of course, I believe in you. Next question. Which part of the competition do you spend the most time preparing for?
As I mentioned before, the Q&A is definitely something that I've been lacking because it's hard. It is definitely one of the hardest portions because you really have to display out your personality, your wit, your intelligence in only 30 seconds. So, and it's also to have a very strong background to know
Correct.
about current events, to know your values. So yeah, and it was very time consuming, but in a good way. And I really welcome that because it's not only to prepare my Q&A, but also my values and personality, as I mentioned before, because yeah, it gives you the core values. So yeah, I really like training for Q&A.
Correct. And I think we know nowadays Miss Universe is they're looking for a spokesperson, and I think Q&A is very
Definitely,
important. Yes, correct.
definitely. Mm-hmm.
Good job. Next question is, tell me more about your advocacy, of course.
Of course. Well, as a nurse, I know how important it is to have a proper healthcare system, and I am a
Mm,
great believer of a universal healthcare. And I think the Philippines can really have that. And if we really work together and give awareness on how important the healthcare is, it will really improve our society. And now it's very timely. I think people are realizing how important our
Of course.
frontliners is to have a proper healthcare
Mm.
system.
During pandemic.
So not having problems in our systems, because lately they have been a lot. But yeah, I really have been advocating that. And also, I really believe in prevention. Prevention is key in order to be healthy.
Oo.
So I've been giving some teaching, some speaks about how to take care of yourself, how to clean your hands now, for example. But also I educate a lot of people on having a proper diet and exercise. And not only physically, but mentally. Mental
Correct.
health is very important too. So it's a lot of things, but it's all regarding about health.
Correct. Because health is wealth. Correct. Especially in this
Hey, I love
pandemic.
that one.
Of
Yeah,
course.
love
It's
that.
very important. Yes. And prevention
Yes,
is
and it
better than
is.
cure, right?
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, it's the core and base for a proper society. So I will always advocate for that.
Correct.
Mm-mm.
And
Mhm.
Global of the Year, right? 2017. Why did you join Miss
Yeah.
Universe Philippines instead of other national pageant like your sister joining Binibining Pilipinas and Miss World,
Of course.
Philippines?
So I before I joined 2018's Mutiangan ni Balong, in also
Mm.
in Legazpi and Albay, where I ended up second runner-up. So after that, I really wanted to focus on my studies, and as soon as I finished, I would get my first plane to the Philippines, and I got here in January 2020, and right in that the same week I got here, the submission for Miss Universe Philippines was happening. So I just really think it was one thing led to another. I just happened to be on the exact same week that the submission papers were for Miss Universe Philippines.
Mm.
And obviously, it was the first year that it would have its own first
Yeah.
pageant, and
Pioneer.
it claimed to have a lot of new and different activities as well as teachings. And yeah, and I really think it was meant to be here.
Correct.
And my family always taught me to always aim for the best. So
Correct.
who doesn't want the universe, diba?
Of course, if you're, aiming for a crown, direct to the universe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, next question is, what is your favorite part of being a beauty queen?
Reaching out to people. It
Hmm.
really, I have, and lately, these last months, I have seen how much I can reach out to people about
Mm-mm.
my values, about my thoughts, but also about what I believe in, and basically to get to know a lot of people. Beauty pageants are a great platform to know a lot of people, and that's something that I love. I am a social butterfly, and I
Wow.
believe that meeting a lot of people really builds your personality because you get to learn their experiences, their cultures. So yeah,
Correct.
and I really love and welcome that.
Also, me personal, I also love interacting with people because it's a vice versa. You can get this same way from them. You can get experience from them and
Mm-hmm.
learning experience with other people.
Yeah, I can actually notice that you're so bubbly already and so welcoming to have me
Yes.
here. So
Mm. And
it is
also,
a mutual feeling
mm,
here.
and also as a pageant enthusiast, like this one, I really want to know your story and because you're one of my favorites. So I think it's a big deal for
Oh,
me to
thank
know the
you.
story of the queens.
Oh, thank you.
Mm.
Thank you so much for really having that interest, because a lot of people, they just see the pretty face and some
Mm-mm-mm.
little interviews, and they're
Correct.
already judged from there. They don't
Mm-mm.
really get to know us. So thank you to you guys, the pageant fanatics who really follow us. It's a great way to showcase our personality and who we really are.
Correct. True. Next question is what kind of day will describe the best day in your life?
Right now, I mean, it really changes with the time and also what I have, what I do not have. Right now, because of the pandemic, I have been so far away from my family. So now, right now, the best thing I could wish for is to be with them anywhere. It could be in the Philippines, it could be in Barcelona, it could be, and I just want to be with them, with my sister, my younger sister. I have one other sister younger
Oh,
who
yeah,
lives
yeah.
in Spain, and my parents. I just want to be with them right now, and then that for me would be the perfect day.
Your parents is in Spain right now or in Albay?
Yes,
Spain.
they're both in Spain.
But your sister, Gabriela, in Manila, here in
Yeah,
Manila.
she's in Manila with me. So
Supporting.
thanks God I'm not alone, because woof,
Yes.
it would have been so hard.
Hard. Correct.
Mm-mm.
Next question is, how do you deal with uncertainty in your life?
That is a very good question, because I question myself that during the first months of the pandemic, I really doubted myself, doubted my meaning in here, staying here, or even my life. I really had a lot of self doubts,
Mm,
but relying on your loved ones, on your family, friends, really does wonders, and it helps you realize how important you are, because you are important for them.
correct.
So that is a great way for deal with anxiety during these times. But also, are you don't have to do big things out there. And for example, staying, I really self-taught myself how important is by staying at home, that you're helping a lot of people not getting exposed to the virus out there. So the little things that really complement your life, that really matter, makes your life matter.
Correct. That's true. Next question is, I want to know this. What are some assumptions people usually you make about you?
Well, firstly, is she Filipina? Of course I am. It really makes me
Yes,
not angry, but it upsets me, because I
correct.
am definitely Filipina. And lastly,
100%.
ye- yeah, these last years, I've realized how Filipina I am, because when I get to meet people, and the Filipino people, they're telling me about their families, how their mother is so strict, how their father have some certain things that I really thought at the beginning it was just me and my family, but I realized it's because I am Filipina.
Filipino.
I have a Filipino family, and that really defines me as a person. So
Correct.
yeah, I am Filipina, and people
Correct.
really shouldn't doubt that. And another assumption that people have is that I am an alta person, that
All
I'm
right,
not
yeah.
reachable, that I am like high high
Divas like
quality,
that.
would you
Yes,
say?
yeah,
Like
divas.
diva.
Yeah.
And I am so far from that.
Maybe
Actually,
because
I am
they
a
feel like
very approachable,
intimidating. Yeah, maybe like they feel like intimidate, right?
really.
But you're like
As
kalog.
you can see, Rap, I am.
Kalog. I love your
Yes, correct.
personality. That's
I am. I am very warm.
interactive.
I
Yeah,
am very
approachable.
reachable.
Correct.
So yeah, I understand that being tall, it can be a bit scary, but
Yeah, yeah,
really I
yeah.
am very warm person. I love to meet people. So if you see me ever, do reach out to me. Say hi. Are you Paula? Oh yes, and I would love and welcome that.
Correct, correct. Because some people they judge you the first impression, but they didn't know the whole story
Yeah,
until you get to know each other, interact with each other, right?
exactly, exactly.
Next question is, what did you learn during this pandemic? Yeah.
Oh, what did I learn? So many things actually, about how important self-care is, on how important is my path right now,
Correct.
how important is to be with your family, because that is something I have been disregarding the last years, because I just wanted to have my life. But now that I am so far away from them and not being able to see them, I saw and felt how important family is. So yeah, and how supportive they have been, even though the distance.
Distance, correct.
um yeah, and also I did know about this as a nurse, because I actually have been in psychiatric wards, but mental
Ah,
health is a big and great issue, and we should
correct.
really give awareness to that.
Correct, correct. So if you work in Spain, so you take a leave to go here, or you take
No,
a
no, no.
legit?
I just finished my studies. I
Ah,
got my
studies.
degree as a nurse, and right away I went here.
Ah, correct, correct. Okay, okay. Now I know.
Mhm.
So, next question is, what do you think is the biggest misconception about beauty pageant?
Well, it's this misconception that I think people are starting to realize that it's not true, that beauty queens are just beauty and not
Correct.
brains. And
Mhm.
for example, in Miss Universe, I think they have realized how strong and independent woman we have up there with very big careers and degrees, and how what's the word, how passionate are about their advocacies or whatever they believe in, and they want to be spokesperson for the
Correct.
people out there, for the people who are voiceless, who, for their communities. And that is something that people disregard, and but
Mhm.
hopefully people are starting to realize. And for example, for me in Spain, actually beauty pageants are not very known, and I will
Ah,
make sure having my I will really make sure that with my candidacy I will try to reach out to the very best of and to make them realize how relevant and how big beauty pageants are.
correct, correct, correct. And yes, I think the misconception, the I think the big misconception about the beauty pageant is just all about beauty or glitz and glamour. And we didn't know, like you, we have like
Exactly.
nurse in Miss Universe Philippines, we have doctors, we have like athletes, and all of them are empowered women and
Architects,
professionals. Yes,
lawyers.
lawyers, correct.
We have people with knowledge and with degrees and careers that they are
Mm-mm-mm.
experienced and very well known on their whatever they have. And yeah,
Mm-mm.
like everybody.
Correct, correct. And also, you have advocacy, you have like voice. That's the most important
A
one. You
boy.
have the cause.
Mm-mm.
Yes. Next question is, what is your opinion on critics saying that pageants are outdated?
Definitely not. I do
Yeah,
not agree with that saying. I think beauty pageants had really evolved during the years, and even though they started in with different um, objectives, they're also evolving with times. And women have been very powerful this last decade, and we are definitely gonna be more and more relevant.
correct.
So beauty pageants really use that as our way to speak about whatever issues, whatever thoughts, whatever conceptions that we have, to have a platform and
Mm,
speak about them.
correct. Correct.
And now beauty pageant is not only about beauty, it's also about having the heart.
I love that line. Correct. So, next question. What is your opinion about allowing transgender women joining Miss Universe pageant? We know Miss Payne.
Well, exactly. I definitely know what does that. And in Spain, we are very understanding and welcoming of transgender people. Actually, if you come to me and you tell me that you are a woman, I'm not gonna doubt that. I'm no one to doubt, to question your identity, because that's how you feel. Whether you have one sexual apparatus or the other, whether you wear some clothes or the other. I think sex should not be um, labeled by the looks, but on how you feel. And if that person feels like a woman, so be it. And I'm not gonna stop that for happening. And I really wish the Philippines would be the next one, because the LGBT community here in the Philippines is gigantic, and I don't understand still why they don't
Correct.
have the relevance and the
Mm,
and the yeah, the relevance in social media, in TVs, in movies, and also beauty pageants. I
correct.
really think they should step it up and give them also their voices and their platforms that they deserve.
Correct. And we know, Angela Ponce in Miss Universe 2018, she represented the LGBT community in Miss Universe, right?
Of
As
Miss
the
Universe. I
yeah.
really love the fact that she was from Spain.
Mm, correct. Next
Hopefully, the
question.
next one is from the Philippines.
Yes, hopefully. So in this day and age, how important do you think having the Miss Universe
Okay.
Philippines pageant?
Oh, definitely in this time of the year, during where people
Pandemic.
are struggling because of the uncertainty of the pandemic, of how life will go, or even how their jobs, their stability is going to be. We need something to look up to. I think beauty pageants really provide that torch of fire to really pursue a better future, to not
Mm,
let yourself down, and to normalize this new normal, because we have to embrace the changes. That's how evolution works.
correct.
So instead of mowing and crying, embrace the challenges and let's come back together stronger and united.
Correct. Because you know what, there's a lot of people like I think they're not pageant fanatics because they didn't understand maybe because they question why relevant to Miss Universe Philippines, why it's going to happen because we're in the pandemic, so it's parang sabi lang gastos lang yan, di
Yeah.
ba, waste of money or something.
The thing is, people think that it's a waste of money because
Correct.
right now we should aim our money in other things. But
Mm-mm.
how about sports event? There's a sports event happening right now in the United States of America. They're
Mm-mm.
doing the NBA. In in Europe, they're doing a Formula One, and it's to keep normalcy in these hard times. To look something to look forward for. And in the Philippines, beauty pageants are really something that everyone is looking for. And
Correct.
if we can use that
Anticipate.
platform to help a lot of people, because in these times it's so hard, they just mix them together and keep
Mm.
what Miss Universe Philippines is all about.
Correct. And you know what, Paula, during the pandemic,
Mm.
we need to see like a bright side, or like me as a pageant enthusiast, to see like a show that's inspired me the most, and that's pageant. So I think it's very important nowadays.
Exactly, exactly. Because imagine that there's no pageants at all. Here in the Philippines, I think there would be a serious problem because we really look up to that and we are
Mm,
excited with beauty
correct.
pageants because we see women up there who are in their
Mm,
best suits but also giving their best speech. So yeah, I
correct.
think beauty pageants is all about that, giving hope.
Giving hope and inspiring people. Correct. That's the number one, inspiring people. Next question. Have you always been confident or have you ever struggled with self-esteem?
Oh, I think self-esteem is something that you will always struggle even in your late times.
Mm.
But what I do is really to understand myself, to know what I want and what I do not want. And it comes to whether to friends, to
Mm,
myself, or to the people who talk to me. And if you understand what you want for yourself, that is your self-esteem won't be affected. So you can
correct.
listen to a lot of inputs, a lot of opinions, and right now in beauty pageants are everyone will tell you one thing or the other. But if you
Correct.
know what you want, your self-esteem won't be affected.
Correct. Correct. Next question is, how do you silence your insecurities?
Hmm. To do that, I really, again, it's about understanding myself and knowing what are my strong points and my weak points.
Mm,
If you understand yourself and you know what your strong points, really enhance those points. To, for example, I think my pasarela has been shown that I'm very confident in that, and what I do is just be myself out there.
correct.
So I really do that. I really enhance my walking, my hands, my stride. But for example, I am a bit more self-conscious on my Q&A. But what I do is not to let my thoughts and my doubts work in my mind and just really think for myself. Because what I realized, and this is from my mentor from Q&A, he told me that at the end of the day, when you're in a beauty pageant, the the biggest competitor is yourself.
Correct, correct, correct. I agree.
So you're gonna be up there yourself, and you're gonna have the competition with yourself. So if you give your best out there, people will recognize that.
I love it. And also being authentic,
Thank you.
right? Correct.
Exactly, exactly. Do not compare yourself because it won't
That's
do
that
any good.
start, yeah. You feel like insecure. Next question is I love this part. What is one thing your mom told you that you will always remember? Hi to your mom if she's watching. I hope they're
Yeah,
doing
my mom.
okay.
My mom would. Oh, she is. She is. My mom always taught me how to be independent, how to be an
Mm,
independent, strong woman because she was. She is, and thanks to that, I know what my goals in life are, what I want in my life, and my values. And I always um, thanked my mom because of that because she gave me my independence and my aim to do my best out there because of me and not relying to other people. So that's what I learned from my mom, and I am very proud to have it from
correct.
her.
Strong, independent woman. Correct.
Yeah, she is. She definitely is.
Next question is what is something that you're most proud of?
I think my nature to help people.
Hmm.
I cannot express in word how rewarding for me is to help people. That's why I became a nurse because I realized how helpful I can be. And when you can help people, whether it can be like listening to them or like doing a procedure and seeing their faces of comfort and happiness, really that is something you cannot express on words and how rewarding and fulfilling is. And yeah, I really love having that because people really recognize that.
Correct, correct, correct. Next question is do you think social media is positive or negative thing?
I think definitely it is a positive thing
Mm.
is if used correctly. People
Mhm.
should really acknowledge the fact that social media is reachable to everyone. So we have to use it for a better use to inspire other people, to post about yourself also, to get to know your point of views without offending other people.
Correct.
Big there's a big difference on having the freedom of speech and to really offend someone.
Fun.
And I think people should really educate themselves on that. And that is actually something I really instill on. Like, don't give fear to people without educating yourself on that. Or
Correct.
you can always have your points, but respecting the other people's points. So yeah, I think
Correct.
social media are it's a big platform, and if used correctly, it can do wonders to a lot of people.
Correct. It's more about, positive thing, right? Like for example, this one we
Exactly.
connect, with
Interview.
technology. Correct. And also nowadays during pandemic, because of the COVID-19, we use technology that's for example this one. So I think it's very important communicating
Exactly.
with
It
your
is.
loved ones also. Correct.
Mm-mm.
So this will be the last question for your major questions before
Oh,
we proceed to your
okay.
seven question from your fans. So
Okay.
what is your advice to
Ready, ready.
what is your advice to all the aspiring beauty queens?
Of course. To all these foreign beauty queens that want to join, really get out there and get out of your comfort zone. Beauty
Mm,
queens are known to be not only beautiful, but with a strong heart and personality. And in order to have that, you have to go out there, experience new things, um, try new areas, try to study other things, get to know a lot of people, do voluntary or charity work, because these little things really make up your core values as a person. And if you have a very strong ones, then you can be a great beauty queen.
correct. I agree that just go out in your comfort
Thank you.
zone, right? Because we
Definitely.
never know you will be successful, and you never know unless
Yeah,
you try. And also experience, I think
exactly.
it's very important.
Mm-mm.
So,
definitely. If you don't have the experience and core values,
mm,
you can join pageants, but they won't see anything because you're still figuring it out.
correct, correct. So we have 7 questions from your fans. First question is, the Philippines
Of
has
course.
become a powerhouse in the pageant world. What do you think are the main
Hmm.
reasons that made this possible?
Well, firstly, I think Venus Rush has been an icon for beauty queens because she
It's
really
all
started
started.
our
Yeah.
with her, and the best thing it's because she was herself out there.
She was
She
from
had very
Bicol.
strong values on. Exactly. Actually, I got to meet her. When was it?
Wow.
Last Wednesday. I got to talk to
Oh,
her because we were in the salon. She's adorable and she has such a lovely personality. Really,
yeah.
I love talking to her. Saying I didn't get to get a picture, but I was so shy.
Uh,
Anyways, I think Venus Rash has been a great icon for beauty pageantry because she was just being her true Filipina self up there. And because of that, she got to the very top five. So
wow.
I think the Philippines realized how beauty pageants can be so relevant. And here in the Philippines, we do value our beauty. I'm not going to deny that. We really look up to beauty and to look beautiful.
Correct.
So I think it was a matter of little things. And for example, these last 5 years, also the fashion industry saw the potential that we can portray there. So yeah, and it's really it is an industry, but a positive one. It's about exposing our culture, exposing our personality.
Mm.
So that's why I think beauty queens are very relevant right now in the Philippines because it's about showcasing our culture, the Philippines.
Correct, correct. And also the supporters, the fans, the pageant fans.
Yeah. Oh my God. I
Big.
think it's the biggest without a doubt.
Correct. And very passionate about, Filipinos are very passionate
Definitely,
about
we are.
supporting the girls, the
Definitely. That is
queens.
very true.
Next question. Do you think the winner in beauty pageant is chosen before the finals night?
No, I do not think
Mm.
is that. I mean, definitely it's very determined on the preliminary competition because we
Mm.
are giving the chance to be in our long gown, in our bikini round, and also in the closed door interview we get to expose our personalities and our points of view. So you
Wow.
really
That's
get a
good.
lot of punctuation there. And I think it's very important because if not, it's not fair. What happens if the coronation night you stumble or you feel
Correct.
sick and you cannot give your best out there? It's
Mm.
not fair. So it is definitely very determined for the last top five. But before that, it's all about the pageant journey we had.
I think for me, I think it's normal to have like the favorite of the organization, but I think they give the chance the girl, like the closer
Of
interview, the
course.
preliminary. Yeah. Maybe
And
the fans
they
have
should because
good.
they
Correct.
should because again, beauty queen is not only about the beauty of one night. It's about their
Correct.
personality, and to
Correct.
know
The
the
personal.
personality, you have to know them to ask them questions, to see
Mm.
them in different backgrounds. And yeah, that's why it's not only the determining the coronation night. If ever, only the top five because of the Q&A.
Ah, correct. And the most important thing is the closed door interview. If you
Oh yeah,
have the closed door, it's like
we will, we will.
you're selling yourself to the judges. It's like you're
Mm-mm.
applying the job because it's a job. It's
Exactly.
a job.
It is a job. It is a
It's a
job,
job.
and it's about giving your best out there.
So excited. I love this.
Yeah, me too. I am very, very excited because I have a lot of clothes fan and I have more to come. So I'm
Uh,
very excited to showcase it to
but
you guys.
after
I really,
100 people, including the staff, are going to bag you for the Miss Universe.
exactly. Yeah,
I'm
that's the
super
only thing.
excited.
I'm gonna miss the fact of not having an audience. I think audiences are
Oh
a
yeah, yeah.
determined factor to really
Mm.
give your best. I'm gonna be so sad when I walk in my swimsuit portion because that's my favorite one and not
uh,
having a like a cheering and
oh,
you know
cheering
the oh
effect.
yeah
Yeah. But we will
sayang.
cheer at home.
Yes, please
Yes,
do.
of course. And of course, I'm so excited about your looks, your pasabog, your gone on the finals.
Thank you. Thank you. Look forward for that because
Yes.
they are amazing. And also my sisters, I have seen a lot of their gowns to my
Oh.
co-sister. Oh my God, they look stunning, and I cannot wait to see all the girls
And
with these
you're
beautiful
one of the
gowns.
prettiest, one of the most
Oh,
gorgeous for this batch.
thank,
Yes,
thank you so
I
much.
believe
Oh,
in that.
oh, thank
Yes,
you.
one of the prettiest.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Next question. Beauty pageant usually choose their winners based on beauty of face, figure, and intelligence. If you could
Yeah.
add any criteria, the winner, what will it be and why? If you want to add any criteria.
Definitely, for me, it's kindness, the
Mm,
willingness to help people. I think
agree.
beauty queens are now, no, it's not supposed, but it's really instilled in us that we really want to do something to help our community or the voiceless or the country. And in order to do that, you have to be kind. So I think they should really also determine that in a beauty pageant.
Correct. And
And I
it's
think
a,
actually it's actually a little bit instilled when giving the top five.
mm,
They really see the personalities, and if they don't like that personality, they won't go through that.
correct. And I think it's very important that I think the behavior, the attitude, because the heart
Exactly.
is very important more than your
Mm-hmm.
intelligence or your the physical aspect.
I
Very
agree. I agree.
important. Next question is, I want to know this one. Who is the former beauty queen that you are looking up to and why?
I actually have so many. For
Yes.
me, I am a big admirer of Pia Wurtzbach. I think Pia
Ah,
Wurtzbach is the
yeah.
perfect definition of a beauty queen
You
with a
already
heart.
met her at Downey, the Downey, yes.
Yes, I was so killing. I got to
Yes.
to kiss her five times because of my shoot. Oh my God, she's
Oh.
so sweet. And but that's the thing, she's so approachable, and
Mm,
at the same time she has a very strong will on whatever she
correct.
believes in. And I really aspire to be like her as a beauty queen.
Mm.
Also, I really admire Catriona Gray.
Oh,
I
from
think she has,
Albay. Mm-mm.
she obviously her, and also I have a
Yeah,
lot of pressure there, but she gave the best performance as a beauty queen. She has thought of all the little details that really give her the best out there. And
correct.
lastly, Sosubini Tunsi, our now
Oh,
Miss
yeah, the
Universe,
reigning Miss Universe.
she is so inspiring. I love her
Correct.
talk, and I love how determined and her Q&A
Empowered.
skills empowered. I really love her. I really felt the chills when I saw her. So I really also look up to her.
Look up to her. Correct. So, next question is, who is the better teacher in life, success or failure?
Sorry, definitely
Failure.
failure. Failure um, is something that you will encounter in life because we are not born knowledgeable of
Correct.
whatever we have to find, and we have to go through failure to understand what we lack, to
Mm-mm.
understand what we have, and mostly to understand what we aim to have. So failure is definitely a big teacher, and
Correct.
for example, for me, this year has been a big factor because I have encountered many obstacles, but I decided to embrace them, to understand them in order to blossom and to really develop my personality.
And I think failure it makes you more stronger when you fail and you
Definitely.
try
Oh,
again. And it's very it's like it's very different feeling than you achieve your goals from the failure. It's like,
and actually, I always say that failure is not a bad thing. Fa-
correct.
um, in order to be successful, you have to go through a lot of failures.
Failure.
To it's a tried attempt that was not successful. That's how
Mm,
I call it.
correct. That's true. Next question. This will be the last question from your fans before we proceed to our three final questions.
Ah, okay, great, great.
Oh. Next is the last question. Describe a modern Filipina.
A modern Filipina is someone who really has her core values as a Filipina, which I believe are resilient, religious, and also warm-hearted. These are the values of a Filipina person. But as a woman Filipina is to be empowered against all the obstacles that we have only by the fact that we are a woman, and they want to be someone to look up to. And to
Correct.
do that, they will go through whatever obstacles she will do, and to be exposed out there
Mm.
to be a true modern Filipina.
Correct. I think that's the modern Filipina, empowered.
Exactly. And also, it's what I like about the modern Filipina is that they have instilled their classical values that are
Yeah,
supposed that they
correct.
were having not associating with strong women, like
Mm,
having religious thoughts, having
mm,
religion beliefs,
release.
having a resilience, and having warm hearts are associated to a Filipina who is, what's the word for that kind of Filipina, that are soft spoken and
Oo.
very kind. But
Correct.
it's actually the other way around. I think the ones that
Conservative.
speak out conservative, pero I think those ones are the biggest stronger ones because they know what they want, and that
Wow.
is a modern Filipina.
Yeah. Strong but yet conservative, right? Fierce but conservative.
Exactly.
Correct. Correct.
Mm-mm.
So let's go to our final three questions.
Oh, okay,
Nice.
ready.
All right. The first question is top three qualities that you think the Miss Universe Philippines should possess.
Okay. Firstly, I think they should be authentic. They have to know what they want, and their core values. I will always instill on that, and to really be yourself out there. Because if you're not yourself, then you're not gonna be relatable. That's the other thing. I think they should be relatable, and in order to do that, they have to speak their minds, but also welcome other opinions, to be open-minded. And
Okay.
lastly, they should be inspiring. They have to have big goals, but also timely situation,
Situation.
and to really strive other people to do the same, to be
Correct.
positive, whether it's about mental health awareness, whether it's about farming. So yeah.
And I think it's that qualities, three qualities, very important. Question: what is a phenomenal woman? Since this is the slogan for Miss Universe
Yeah.
Philippines, for you, what is
a,
it?
a phenomenal woman, it's actually like the last definition I've used. Again, it's to be authentic, to be relatable, to be an influence for the society, but empowered.
Empowered.
To be
Correct.
empowered is something that a phenomenal woman and a phenomenal Filipina should have in order to do the last three things.
That's good idea. Because when you're empowered, you can inspire a lot of yeah,
People, you
people.
can be relatable, and
Correct.
you have to be authentic in order to be
Yes,
empowered. So yeah.
empowered. Next question. This will be the last question. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. It's like Miss Universe Philippines, the
Yeah.
finals night.
Actually, this it feels like that.
Maybe this will be the question. We never know. All right.
We never know.
All right. Why you should be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I think that I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I have the heart to help people, because I know how rewarding and fulfilling it is for me. I have the knowledge as a nurse to know how to cater and help the Filipino people, but mostly I am knowledgeable on how the Miss Universe Philippines can do, not only for our country, but for the universe rather, and how can we help each other out to have this platform for the voiceless ones, and to talk about important matters in our country, and to be a harbinger of hope and a rallying
Harbinger.
point in these times.
Oh, the harbinger of hope. I like
Yeah,
that. Correct.
thank
And that's a
you.
phenomenal woman. And I think your heart and your passion deserve a crown.
Thank you.
I'm
I
so
really hope so too.
happy. I'm so happy. Thank you so.
Thank you, me
I
too.
enjoyed this
Me
interview.
too, really, really. It was a very good training.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm very happy because I was rooting for you since the day one. And when I
Really?
saw you and your aura, I think this girl need a crown, need to represent the Philippines in the international
Thank
arena.
you.
And I
Thank
believe in you
you.
from the day one. Just
Thank you
do
so
your
much.
best, yeah. And we're believing you 100%. Yes.
Thank
I'm
you.
so
I really,
happy.
really appreciate your
Mm.
support because, again, I was not known out there when I
Mhm.
started because with together with girls who
Yes,
have
some
a
of
lot
them.
of background.
Correct.
So I actually was very intimidated for that. But what I decided to do is to be myself and enjoy
Mm.
out there. And I
Correct.
actually reached out for a lot of people. So I reached out to a lot of people. I mean, so yeah, and I really appreciate that you really see that.
And we are like shocked that when we found out that you're the sister of Gabriela. I
Of
love
course.
Gabriela. I'm super happy that we have that
Thank you.
kind of conversation.
No, same
Yes.
here. Really, it's a mutual feeling because
Yes.
again, you're giving me a chance to give my personality out there, to train my Q&A, and also to know
Mm.
you. And
Of
I
course.
really love getting to
Yeah.
know you.
And of course, like what I've said, as a pageant enthusiast, it's very important to me to know your story. You're as a queens that you supported the queens. You want to know their story, their background, not only the credential, but also the heart, the willingness to win, the
Mm,
purpose of the crown. And I think it's very
definitely.
important.
I
Yeah,
agree. I
I'm so
agree.
happy, and yeah, I had so much fun for this interview.
Same. It's again mutual feeling. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Ra, for having me.
Then now promote your social media accounts and of course the ring lights and of course the finals, which
Of
Miss
course.
Universe,
So,
Philippines.
hello everyone. Again, thank you so much for watching this interview. Please do follow me on Instagram. I am Paula Ortega, or my Facebook official
Mm.
page, Paula Madarieta Ortega, where you can follow up with me and my sisters through our journey to become a phenomenal woman.
Phenomenal woman.
Also, if you want to see even more exciting content and new content that you have not seen and you will be very excited to see, do subscribe to the Ring Light series because also you get to see my sister to teach about yourself about pasarela, makeup,
Passerella.
about authenticity, and you're going to help our organizations, which are the AHA Learning Culture Center, also the fashion clothing industry, and many more. And also, you will help our beneficiaries. For example,
Correct.
mine is Rosa Machada from Albay. She's an elderly woman of 67 years old who lives in a little house in the middle of nowhere. And by subscribing to our ring light series
Yes.
with the code RL Albay. I always say it
Albay.
wrong. RL
IL
Albay,
Albay.
which is Ring Light Albay. That's what
Correct.
it stands for. You will be helping a lot of people. And I think it's going to be a great opportunity also because if you want to see the coronation night, it will be
Oh,
displayed out there.
wow. Super happy. I'm so
Thank
excited.
you. Thank you
Just
so
do your
much.
best. We are all here cheering and we
Thank you.
believe
Thank
in
you.
you.
Thank you.
Just
Thank
break
you
a
so much,
leg
Ra.
and get the
I
crown.
really,
Mm-mm.
I will. I
Correct.
thanks to you guys, you're really giving me my hope and my
Of
passion
course. To
to really get the
uplift.
crown.
Yes. Of course.
Thank you.
Yes. And you deserve it.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. Thank
I can't
you.
wait in Baguio. So I'm so
Same.
excited.
I
Yes.
am so excited to be with my
Excited.
sisters.
Yes. Just do it. Just do it. Finger crossed. Okay.
I will.
And thank you so much. Sulit yung 1 hour. Not pag
Yeah, perfect.
Oo. Thank you. Thank you so much. Stay strong and stay healthy. Thank
You
you.
too. You too. Take care, be
All right.
safe, and be healthy.
Bye,
Mwah.
Clean. All
Thank
right.
you, Ra.